Good morning, my YouTube friends. Theresa here. It is September 14th, 2015, Monday morning. It is 10:36 a.m. here in Wyoming, and yes, you can see my oxygen hose lines from my nocturnal oxygen. I tell you what, guys, I so will be glad when after I have surgery and I get rid of that oxygen. I fight that horribly. I wake up, it's wrapped around my neck, or, it's wrapped around my body 2 or 3 times, and when you're congested because it's fall time, yeah. Anyway, enough about that, right? I'm grateful I don't have to wear it full time, because I know people that do. And they never complain, so I'll just zip it. It is 75 degrees out already. It is rather smoky out today. Let's be picking up smoke from a fire again. It will be up to 89 and the low will be 59. So today is going to be a warmer day. Slight breeze, like I said. It's just very smoky out. So that's that today. I'm going to put some chicken in the crock pot for us. And not sure what else I'll make with it. Let's see. I have some coleslaw, package of coleslaw left. I think I'll probably do that. Yeah, I'll do coleslaw and then some kind of carb. So, yesterday, you guys know, we had to make a quick, well, it wasn't quick, but we had to make a quick run to Rock Springs, which is, 6 hours round trip. And the time we spent up there delivering. We got that done, though. Second part of the trip was much more enjoyable, being able to be in the same vehicle with my husband again. So we got that done. And then once we got home, we were real tired. We were glad we had that leftover chili. And we also had some leftover bow tie macaroni, plain that I had cooked up. So we just combined those, threw it in the microwave. And then I worked some more on that shawl. And that's coming along really well. I am going to keep this one for myself, but I have enough yarn left to make 2 more like this. But let me show you guys. This is just, see, it starts out here and then it gradually goes here and into the red, and then it went back to the white, and then it just stopped abruptly and went into the black. But it's okay. Once I look at it on here, it still looks good. Now it's going into red again. And now I'm decreasing because, let's see, trying to show you guys. This is actually the point, which would be the midpoint of the back right here. So this is one corner, and this will all be across your back, and then they all have a fringe on it too. But so yeah, and today I'm going to work on that afghan that I'm commissioned to do, and we need to do the dishes, do some picking up. I need to go in and fold a bunch of laundry, sort that stuff out. What else do I need to do? Oh, I got a lot of stuff I need to do, actually. I'm going to, here in 2 days, I have a weight loss surgery. I have to meet with my surgeon for that on Wednesday morning. And we're getting down to the wire. And then I think it's on the 28th. I have my normal checkup with a dietitian and nutrition. And then right after that, we will submit for insurance. Probably that day. And then it's a waiting game on the insurance. Hopefully they won't take the entire 30 days to decide whether or not they're going to approve me for the gastric bypass. Hopefully they'll get with their decision pretty quickly. But we'll wait and see. I'm getting stressed out about a lot of things, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that right now. Haven't wanted to say too much. And those of you that are friends with me on Facebook may have noticed I've been very quiet. And I haven't been on very much. Well, I've had some things on my mind, guys. And I wasn't really ready to talk about it till now. We're kind of in a pickle. Wyoming, as you guys know, has been hit very hard with the oil field, with the gas prices and stuff. Massive layoffs started in January. And it affected everybody, including us. And because of that, and because of naturally the drop of people buying vehicles and things, that affected our income greatly. If you guys have noticed, I no longer go play bingo. I don't go get my hair done ever. Or manicures, pedicures. We very rarely will go out to eat, and when we go out to eat, we have a limit of, we don't spend, for the two of us, any more than $25 total. I've been talking a lot more about being so broke and stuff, but we literally have scaled everything back. We are down to using one vehicle, so that means I'm out here in where we live, which is not in a city. It's a little town. There's not even a gas station, or there is a gas station about a mile away, but there's not a store or restaurant or anything here. But I'm out here without a vehicle. We have two vehicles, but we can't afford the upkeep on the other one. And I know, doesn't that sound horrible? Because my husband is a car salesman. But, at my insistence, I have him take the Jeep, which is the better vehicle. The other one, the station wagon, is so old, and it needs probably about $2,000 worth of work on it, which we don't really feel that it's worth it. And then it would need new tires on it, plus then it needs to have new tags on it, which is another $100, which we do not have. So we're down to one vehicle, and I just sit at home. I mean, it is what it is, and that's okay. We can handle that, but we live as frugally as we possibly can. The only luxury we have is we do have cable. But it's because I'm home so much, and also our internet is tied in with our cable, But and let me explain another thing is, I got really sick probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I've had a lot of problems with my breast, and I've had lumpectomies and a lot of treatment and stuff. And then I had a lot of infection and stuff in it, and then the infection spread to other parts of my body. At one point in time, I was on IV antibiotics here at home, and then I turned septic, and I was in the hospital, and they didn't know if I was going to make it for a while and stuff. And I mean, because when that PICC line, when you turn septic and you've got a PICC line, and it's going to your heart, it's just, and then, we fought that, and I kept getting infections, and of course all the bills mount up. You know, and yes, we had medical insurance, but at that point in time where my husband worked at a convenience store chain, it was really crappy insurance. And then my husband got diagnosed with diabetes. And then he got very sick from one of the, I can't remember if it was Victoza or one of those that now that they're telling everybody, you've had this, this, and this happen, call this number. But he got extremely sick, and they thought it was cancer and stuff. But anyway, all of these medical bills mounted up, our part on them. Well, in our area, they don't work with you. They don't work with you at all. And they wouldn't take our small payment. So, for the past 3 years now, we've been being garnished. And that's why we haven't had a checking account, because, they kept garnishing, taking money out of the checking account, and then they would even put a lien against the checking account. So even though you didn't have money in that checking account, it showed that you owed $1,000. So, and I know and so then they garnish his paycheck, and then they've been garnishing every paycheck now for 3 years. And they say they only take out 1/4 of your pay. We figured it out, and they take out 1/3 of your take-home pay. So think about that, guys. And if you make $900, they're taking out over $300. It actually equals out to be more than 1/3, because if he gets, say he gets $1,000 take home, he'll bring home $600 because they'll take $400. It's almost half. And we've been existing on that. Thank God for his retirement, from working in a grocery store for 34 years, because otherwise we would have lost a house and everything else. But my point on this is we're as strapped as we possibly can be, and this means, and then his company, I told you guys that this dealership has had a major shakeup lately. I mean, people have been managers, and people have been getting fired right and left, and, a couple quit because they could see that they were going to get fired, and, well, but they've managed to restructure the numbers, so, and things have happened where he hasn't gotten even his bonuses or the pay and stuff, and so we haven't been able to save the $5,000 down that I need to have this surgery. And that's why I've been being so quiet, because if I don't have this surgery, I'm probably not going to live. Seriously. So I have 412 pounds. And yes, I've been watching it and stuff, but, as they've explained, when you're so heavy and stuff, your stomach's just so big and stuff, that's why you feel so hungry all the time. And so, I've got to have this surgery, and I'm so close. I mean, I could have this surgery within 6 weeks, and I have nothing. We have no money. We have no money saved at all. So, if I don't have the money, I guess I just can't have the surgery. So, long story short, I'm going to set up a GoFundMe account. I really debated on this for a long time, because I feel like, I've never asked for help, and we should have probably taken out bankruptcy years ago, because I've always been sick. I've always had so many medical problems, but we never did. And we've always just paid all our bills and lived very frugally, and I haven't been able to work because of being so sick and the disabilities. So I'm going to set up a GoFundMe account for that, and also something else has been going on, and I've made mention of it, but I really haven't explained too much of it with my husband's health. the neuropathy, the diabetic neuropathy is so bad. Plus, he also has herniated discs and bulging discs. He probably has at least 5 herniated discs at this point in time and 3 bulging. I don't know. He won't go in to have it tested. We're at the point, though, he can't keep working. He literally, the neuropathy gets worse and worse. He literally cannot feel from his hips down. Definitely cannot feel from his knees down at all. And they're even cold to the touch. It's getting worse and worse, and the pain in his back is getting so bad. See, he's on his feet all the time. And winter's coming, and in the area we live in here in Wyoming, winters are so brutal, and being outside, trying to walk on the snow and ice, and he has very bad vision, has had anyway, and the diabetes has not helped. But he's in so much pain, he's just dragging his leg. He's tried not to. He never complains, but he's just not, he even says, I can't keep doing this, you know. So, what we're planning on doing is, we're planning on me getting this surgery so I can lose weight. Hopefully that'll take care of most of my medical problems, and the rest that we can work with. And then we want to try and sell our house. We want to get an inexpensive RV so we can move. And we're going to put the rest of the stuff in storage. And we want to move. We found an area in Florida because we want to live. He wants to live someplace closer to the water. Not real close. It'll probably be about half hour to an hour away from a beach. Is an inexpensive area of Florida. And yeah, there are a few. Kind of a rural country setting. But if we get an RV, we can live in the RV for a while, you know, until the house sells. And, you know, because that'll be the only money we have to start out on. And that way we can take our animals, because we won't leave them. So, I must set up a GoFundMe account for both of those, if anybody would like to contribute. Because I don't know what else to do. He can't keep working, guys, and he's the primary breadwinner. And there's no way that if we were extremely frugal and I worked part-time, you know, once I drop enough weight and we get moved, we could make it. And that way he wouldn't have to work anymore, you know, and that's assuming that, you know, dropping, you know, a couple 100 pounds is going to take care of most of my medical problems, and it probably will. I'd do anything for this man, because he has just been such a loving partner, and you know, and he'd worked so hard all these years to support us and stuff, and he just, you know, seeing him in so much pain, and you know, he's already promised me that once we get moved and stuff, though, he is going to try to get on disability once we get moved. That he will get brave enough to go back to a doctor again and see what can be done, if anything, about his back. But anyway, so I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to swallow my pride. This is very hard for me to do, guys. Very hard for me to do. But I'm going to set up a GoFundMe account here in the next couple of days. I'll let you guys know, and there'll be a link below if anybody would like to contribute. And if you don't want to, that does not affect our friendship a bit, because I can understand that. Some of my friends have GoFundMe accounts right now, and I would love to contribute. There's no way financially I can, you know. You guys have heard me talk about, you know, making sure I have enough food for my animals, you know, and, you know, that's literally the case right now. I mean, you know, I want to see if my husband will. I know they told me I could have Wednesday off because that's when I have my doctor's appointment. And of course, you know, I need access to a vehicle to go to my doctor's appointment. So, you know, but then that major left and a new one's coming and stuff. So now they're only letting me have part of the day off. But like I said, after the doctor's appointment, I really need to, we really need to go set up that checking account. I'm only going to put 50 in it. That's all I, you know, could scrape together. That'll be enough though. And, you know, just enough to open one so I can start the Etsy and you know, sell on there, help with the finances. And, but I really wanted to go down to a place that gets in, like all the extra fruits and vegetables, and they give them away. And, because then I could get some fresh fruits and vegetables, because right now I can't afford any. So, hopefully we'll have time maybe to swing by and do that real quick. That would be so nice to be able to get some fresh stuff. Anyway, hope you all are having a good day. It'll all work out. It'll all work out. If you pray, please do that. You know, if you, you know, want to, you know, put me in your working altar, or, you know, do some good thoughts or well wishes or whatever, that would be much appreciated, because I gotta have this surgery, guys. You know, I mean, yeah, I'm only 5'5", and I'm just, you know, I gotta have this surgery. And, remember that I think you guys are all awesome. And, that I love you guys. And I will talk to you later.